Hey Supercross fans, Jason Weigandt here. I am actually in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm in Kiwiland, New Zealand, although sometimes it doesn't feel like it. There's a McDonald's right across the road. Besides driving on the left side, everything seems pretty normal around here, including Supercross. So we've got the standard triples, the standard Supercross press day, and a lot of the same riders that we're used to seeing in the United States that will be competing in Saturday night's Monster Energy SX Open here in Auckland, New Zealand, and also the AUSX Open in Melbourne, Australia in 2 weekends. So yeah, you guys know who these guys are. Joey Savacci's out there on his 17. You saw it last week in Paris. Suzuki, Ricky Carmichael doing laps on his customary number 4. Josh Hill's here in the 75. You remember Dan Reardon from back in the day? He's still a contender here in his native Australian series. And the number 1 is Justin Brayton, certainly familiar to you folks. So we'll talk to some of these guys. We'll give you a little idea of the differences between racing down under as opposed to back in the US. But honestly, it really doesn't feel that different considering I'm on the other side of the world. Jason Anderson is here.
Yep.
What are you doing? This is far from home, dude.
Yeah, it is. We're here to get some racing in, before the season starts. And we're just trying to get warmed up, have some fun racing these boys in the Australian series or New Zealand. And we're just having a good time and riding some press day and having fun. And
you're going to race Melbourne in 2 weeks. Do you go home in between or you stay here? How are you playing?
Yeah, so my plan is to go home. I'm going to go home and do some riding at home because I got my practice bikes and my whole setup there. So it's kind of hard for me to do everything here.
Yeah.
It would be nice to stay, but it's a little bit easier for me to fly home, even though it's 16 hours, but it's easier.
Okay, everybody's worried. You worked super hard for donations. We didn't see you at Straight Rhythm or Monster Cup. Are you good? Are you recovered? Is your program back together here?
Yeah, well, I practiced at Straight Rhythm. I didn't race it.
You looked okay to me.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. So we did the Straight Rhythm practice, and then I kind of just decided to take some time off, and then been riding the past 3 weeks, 3 weeks, and we're ready to go. We've been having fun riding Supercross, and I got hurt last year during Supercross, so I love it. I'm excited to be back on the hitting the rhythm sections, the whoops and everything, and it's my style. I love it.
Okay, this idea where you could have done donations, Straight Rhythm, Monster Cup, these races, was that too ambitious, or do you think some year you might be able to pull off like practically 52 weeks in a row? Because that almost is what you were going to have.
Yeah, I feel like the donations took a lot out of me just because we were in Europe for so long.
Yes.
But if I'm able to stay home and still do donations, I don't think it's as tough,
Okay.
And for me, I love racing, but the whole donations trip took a lot out of me,
right.
And I think I wanted to race Red Bull Straight Rhythm and stuff like that, but sometimes even when you go out there, people have expectations for you, and sometimes when you just kind of want to go out there and race and not really care how you do, but your ego gets the best of you. So I wanted to just chill and be fully refreshed for the season.
All right. I'm glad you like racing these, though. That's what's fun. A lot of people don't like doing this. This is kind of your deal.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good time.
Cool. All right, it's Jason Anderson. He's going to be here this weekend in Melbourne in 2. Awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, what's cool when you come down under, we get to see some of our old buddies, Brett Metcalfe. Hey, did you expect that you would eventually return here to race, or did it just kind of happen when it happened?
A little bit it happened when it happened, but honestly, when I was 15, 16 when I left Australia, I always kind of planned to return to Australia and retire here. So I'm getting to live that plan out. It's pretty cool.
How does the family with it all? They're Californians in a way, right? You brought them down here.
Yeah, we moved permanently back to Oz in 2018. So yeah, it's working out good. Kids are growing up with a little Aussie accent now, and
nice.
It's good fun.
And how's the racing going for you?
Good. It's been up and down, a couple injuries this year, but last year had some good results. Had a good run with JB in the Supercross, finishing 1-2, and this year I'm in 4th right now. But I'm happy and having fun. Getting to live the dream out for a little bit longer.
Well, it's funny because you even did some Canada and everything. You always told me you were going to go 35 or even older. So you'll basically, if they got a dirt bike and someone wants you to ride it, you're going to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I always plan to retire at about 36.
Yeah.
I'm 35 now, but it's closing in. But I feel good. My body feels good. And the Australian series is a little bit more relaxed, and we get more of an off season and more of a break. So I feel like I can keep going.
And for the fans, they never really probably got to see you in your prime years because you left so early. So it's got to be good to finally get to race in front of these folks.
It is. I wish I was in my prime still, but I'm not far off. I can still hang, and the Penrite Honda bike's awesome. So I got a good support group and having a good time.
All right, always one of the nice guys. We found Medi down under, back home. Hey, this is a familiar guy to me in the United States, but he's actually your own Kiwi, Cody Cooper. So you're going to get out there and do some soupy.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. It looks fun, and I was here last year, right up there, and it was awesome. And I was kind of gutted wasn't doing it, so I'm happy I'm here. The sun's out, and it's going to be a good day, so looking forward to it.
Okay, so moto is your thing. How quickly can you adapt to Supercross? Are you worried about it, or should it be okay?
I think I've worried about it in the past, and that's what's made me not such a good Supercross rider. So I'm just going to go and have fun and do it, not worry about what I can't jump, and just race the track. And that's what I should have done when I was young, you know.
What is it like just for the fans and the whole industry here in New Zealand to have a race like this in a big stadium like this?
Oh, it's awesome. Like, you don't have to walk around the track to find somewhere to watch. You just sit there and watch the whole track. And looks pretty technical, and the big jumps are right close to the stands, so it'll be good to be a fan watching. But
do you feel a little pressure? Are fans coming here thinking like, oh, I want Cody Cooper to win? Are they aware that there's a whole series going on and you haven't raced it?
Oh, shit.
Are they like, I want this guy to win? Are you worried?
Like I said, I'll just do what I can do. I'm not going to do any quads if it's too gnarly like these guys. But I'll just do the low lines and go faster in that.
There you go. There you go. He's here to represent. Let the other guys do their own thing. But good to see you out here and good to have an event like this.
Thank you.
Got Dan Reardon here. So Dan, every year you're right in the hunt for this title. Still feeling like you can still get it this year?
Yeah, totally. You know, it's so the older you get, nothing really too much changes. You know, people always talk about age being a thing, but honestly, if anything, you're a little bit smarter. You know, so we've been in the hunt every single year for this championship, and once again we're in it again. A little bit closer, a couple of rounds to go. So yeah.
It's weird for American fans because you remember you racing over there for a while. Then you did retire actually at one point, right?
Yeah.
So is this 2.0, or are you just back to doing the same thing, or did you change something when you came back?
No, honestly, when I retired properly. Like, I didn't touch a dirt bike for about 3 years.
Wow.
I was completely burnt out, and then when I come back, I just had this new love for the sport.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed riding again. It just reminded me when I was a kid. So that's sort of the mentality. I'll keep going until I stop enjoying it, and that's it.
So even in a championship situation, do you find the pressure's not what it was years ago for you? You still enjoy it?
You learn to enjoy the pressure.
Oh,
that's the thing, yeah. Like, because when I wasn't racing, the expectations not there like it is when when we're doing this, and it's just kind of boring. This sort of excites the life a little bit, and it's just one of those things that it will eventually stop. So I'm just making the most of it while I can.
Waking up with a purpose, right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, go get it, Dan Reardon, 2.0, but still good. Okay, obviously familiar to American fans is Justin Brayton. Is it weird, by the way, when you're home and you tell people I'm the Australian Supercross, like when you go to the grocery store, how weird is that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really talk about it too much.
Don't brag it.
Nah, but I think it's pretty cool, actually, because then it just creates conversation for, oh, really? And my dad went to Australia this time and that time, and oh, how is it down there? And so yeah, it just creates conversation, especially on airplanes. That's the best part, is when you sit next to somebody and they're like, so where are you headed? Oh, headed to Australia and this and that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoy coming down here. Made a lot of new friends down here, and this is my 4th year coming. So obviously now we're in New Zealand. It's my 2nd time coming here, and I just love it, yeah.
Now look, you won the title last year, but it was definitely tough. You must be feeling so much better this year. Were you sick pretty much the whole season last year?
Yeah, last year was really, really tough. And not only was I sick, I bring the family down. So I had wife and 2 kids, and we couldn't get healthy. Honestly, we landed, my wife got pneumonia literally the day we landed. She was in the ER the day after we landed. She was overnight stay in the hospital a couple nights, and I couldn't really take the kids there because I didn't want them to get it. So we're stuck in an Airbnb while she's in the hospital, and then I ended up getting it, and then we all started to get a little bit better, and then I got bronchitis, and it was never ending for the 3 months. It was pretty crazy. I've never been so homesick in my life, but was still able to get the job done, which was good, but it was definitely difficult.
So this has to be a relief. You're in the points lead this year. It's close, but at least you're feeling better this time.
Yeah, definitely feeling a lot better. My prep was really good all summer back in America, and any 5-round championship's going to be close, no matter what. And you could always sell it as being really, really close, because honestly, after 3 rounds, it's no matter if I've won every race, which I did last year, it was still close. So yeah, I think it's cool for the fans. Excited for these next 2 tracks. These tracks are really more similar to what we raced in America, and
and just be overall better, I believe. And yeah, it should be pretty good.
I just want to ask about your program real quick. So you're going to Factory Honda in 2020. Is this like testing? Do you get the same parts and bike, or is it all different until you get home? How much does this help you develop it?
This definitely helps me a lot. To be quite honest, the stock Honda 450 is really, really good. We don't change it too much from there. We have bits and pieces that we change, which I'm able to get those.
So you have them here?
I do have some of them here, yep. I have the major ones that I need here. Okay. Just because it's great testing. It's great development for me, for the team. I don't have everything engine-wise and stuff like that, but it's close enough to where we could get some feedback and where I go back home and I'm really comfortable.
Yeah. Coming in with a head of steam every year and not sick this time either. All right, JB, good luck. Yep. Okay, going on 1 in a row, closing in on the points lead. What was the difference last week? All of a sudden, man, really good, but then stepping up.
I think it was just getting some starts finally. Yeah, I've been riding pretty good this season, and I just feel real comfortable at the moment. But just finally getting some starts and being able to ride my own race. So obviously, a start is about 90% of the race, and we haven't got any of them this year. But to get 2 of them and click 2 off wins, and it's good.
Okay, is there something you changed to get those starts that makes you think I can keep doing it?
Not really. It was we changed the whole shot button and then went back to the same height that I was getting bad starts with. So I think it was just a little bit of a mental type of thing. But yeah, I just kind of figured it all out, and I think getting 3 starts, I kind of didn't get the best one in the first one, and we changed it a little bit. So having the 3 back-to-back starts, you can kind of work on how the start was in the previous race. So that's kind of benefit.
And when you see that point, so you're getting close and it's right in front of you and there's 2 races to go, man, how exciting is it to come into the races and think, I can do this?
Yeah, it is. JB had a really solid start, and he went 1-1, and I felt like I was solid too, but he was pulling away at the same time. So I knew I had to capitalise because the series is coming down to the wire, and there's only 2 rounds to go now. So to be able to close it down to 3 points is really good. So it's a bit unfortunate that Josh, my teammate, crashed as well, because it would have brought it even closer. It would have been 1 point, but 3 points and 2 races to go. It's real close. So I'm stoked for the last 2.
All right, he's going for it right in the hunt. That's what we want to see, right down to the wire.